Hello everyone, and welcome to Retro Plastic Gaming's first how-to video. And right now I'm going to show you guys how to replace a battery in a Pokemon game that has a dead battery in it. Now, I'm no expert at this, like, whatsoever. Like, I'm as much of an amateur as anyone could possibly do it, but as of yesterday, I actually was able to successfully replace 5 batteries in 5 different games that I have just from watching other people do it, and now I'm going to show you how you guys can do it as well, because, you know, I like being able to share. So I'm going to take this security bit right here off. This is a, so you guys can see it, this is a 3.8 millimeter security bit screw to get the security screws out. And there we go. There's the game. And as you can see, this is an original battery in here. So I'm going to go ahead and heat up my solder. Now, this is the brand that I'm using right here. Oops, sorry about that. I bought it at Lowe's. It cost me 21 something after tax. And it's battery operated, and it actually works. It works fine. I don't have a problem with it. So it's like, this is something that anyone should be able to do. This is nothing, you know, special, in my opinion. So let me go ahead and get this heated up. The kit that I had bought actually comes with a little bit of solder right here. So wait until that heats up. The batteries that you guys are going to want to be using for these Pokemon games, at least red, blue, silver, gold, and crystal, is called CR 2032s. You can buy them on eBay. I bought a 10-pack for $7. And as you can see, it's already all ready to be soldered in. I think that's not a whole lot of money, honestly. So, well, it's one thing you'll notice though when you're doing these games is the smell of a soldering iron. Like, I can smell it that it's ready. It's really hot. Please be careful when you're using a soldering iron, because you can burn yourself. And be careful not to fling the solder at yourself, because I've accidentally done that. Let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see. And there we go. See? It really isn't that hard. Just please be careful not to burn yourself. Like, caution, hot. And being that this sucker is battery operated, and there we go. See, it's really not that hard. Just please be careful not to burn yourself. And oh, one more thing. Try to be careful. Try to remember to put the battery the same way. It does make a difference. I accidentally, see how the battery goes in like this? I accidentally had put the battery in my crystal like this, and of course it didn't save, and then when I realized it, I had to unsolder it, flip it around, and resolder it back in, and then we were good. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get this back in. Alright. Hot. Fuck. Oh, sorry. Also remember, heat transfers really easily. Alright, so now that I have it over the contact, let me zoom in a little bit more for you guys. So that's pretty much how you want to have it, and you're just gonna the one thing I have a hard time with this is actually getting the solder to drip. You might have better luck than I am. Oh shit. Oh, there we go. Hold on 1 second, guys. There we go. Sorry. My battery was shifting, so I had to heat it up a little bit. I think the hardest part about this is actually trying to get a nice clean solder to where it looks decent, doesn't look all funky or anything. Alright, let me, hopefully you guys were able to see that because I was really focused on what I was doing. And we're going to gently see if the battery moves up, and it doesn't. I'm going to turn on my meter. I'm going to zoom out so you guys, oop, I accidentally zoomed in. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and zoom out. Alright, so I'm going to take the meter here, and we're going to go ahead and check the battery. And it says 3.3. So that's what you want on these batteries. The 2032, the CR2032s are the larger batteries, because what's in these old games, hopefully I can get you guys to be able to see this. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to want to focus on it. It's too shiny. Okay, so it's a Maxwell CR2025. The CR2025s do not last long in these newer games, and the gold, silver, and crystals, because there's a chip. Somebody said on eBay, on YouTube, that it's this chip right here, the smaller one, and it's, I don't know if that's true or not. Don't quote me on it, but pretty much it's the chip or whatever. It's because this game has a clock in it. It has a clock, and it can tell what day it is, and that's why the batteries go dead faster in gold, silver, and crystal. You can use 2032s and red and blue, and it'll last twice as long. And again, like, as you can see, like, the battery's in, and I don't have a Gameboy here right now, but I will show you guys in another video that it does work. So guys, go ahead and give me a second. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video right now, and I'm going to go get a Gameboy and show you guys that it works. Alright, sorry about cutting the video like that. I had to go and get my Game Boy Advance. So just so I can bring it up a little bit so you guys can see, the battery is snugly in there. So we're going to go ahead and put this sucker back together. I had to clean up a few things, like I cleaned the contact right here. So I use this, and but this is just my personal opinion, by the way, is I do use this to clean the contacts only if you have the board out of the shell, because this destroys plastic. It will eat it. So if you use it on a Q-tip. Do not get any on your fingers, and rub just the contacts right there with the wet side and then a dry side. Just like I said, do not let it touch plastic. It will eat it. Again, that's just my personal opinion of what I use to clean. I also use Windex afterwards to get any of that residue off, and it makes this board nice and clean, and makes a contact every time. So, alright, so I had bought this at a trade event that I just went to for a friend, and as a favor I went ahead and replaced the battery and cleaned up the shell. These batteries, like I said, are like, you can buy 10 for $7, and it's the CR 2032s. When you look them up on eBay, make sure you type in for Gameboy, because there's Super Nintendo ones out there too. It's the same size battery, but different things. Alright, so everything's all nice and snug. I'm going to go ahead and pop this in there here now. Oops. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and set the clock for my friend. So it is 10:22. And how many minutes? When you guys, again, what I said before is just when you guys are using the soldering iron, just be really, really careful not to burn yourself. I've also, like, when you put a little bit of pressure on the battery, so when you get the contacts heated, when the solder becomes liquefied, don't put too much pressure, because I learned this the hard way. You can flick the hot solder toward yourself and burn a couple of holes in my shirt. Alright, so we're getting through the menu here. So since this is for my friend, I'm going to go ahead and put her name in. Okay. As you can see, when we started up the game, there was no save file. And I'm going to go ahead and make a save file. Okay. The CR 2032s, okay, what I'm trying to say is I've never actually had a Pokemon game with that specific size battery long enough to know how long they last. I know the CR 2025s lifespans and gold, silver, and crystal is 6 to 10 years, sometimes less. And as you can see, we now have a save game on here. I just wanted to show everybody that, you know, anyone can do this, and it only costs you $30, maybe, because then you have excess batteries. If you have several Pokemon games and they have the original batteries in them, it's really not that hard. Now for games like Link's Awakening, the original Game Boy game, also or Game Boy Color, those take CR 1616, and also Pokemon Yellow takes CR 1616, and those are a little bit smaller batteries. I don't know why they put the CR 1616 in Pokemon Yellow, but it is what it is, I guess. And I guess this will conclude Retro Plastic Gaming's first how-to video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Be sure to give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. We'll see you guys next time.